All right, folks, today we're taking a look at Dent, cryptocurrency analysis and prediction. Welcome back to Crypto Cash. This is your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency analysis. I'm super excited to look at Dent here today, but before we do, please consider subscribing to get notified as soon as these videos are released. This gives you a head start so you can effectively plan out your trades and make an informed decision. I have years of trading experience, and my goal here is to share my knowledge with the cryptoverse. I truly love helping other people financially, so thank you very much for tuning in. I always like to start with the fundamentals and then dive deeper into the technical data. I also provide you with action plans for the future so you know what I would do in each scenario as a day trader and a swing trader. So be sure to stick around to the end for my recommendations. Also note, this is not financial advice. This video is designed for educational purposes only. Now let's go ahead and get started with the fundamentals. Dent has developed a global marketplace for buying and selling telco assets like eSIM digital SIM cards, mobile data packages, and voice minute top ups. Through the Dent wireless ecosystem, users can connect to each other on a blockchain based platform to buy, sell, and donate their unused mobile data. Market cap is 780 million, max supply is 100 billion. Today's high is 0.0111. Today's low is 0.0077. And just before we get started, I want to say thank you to my wonderful Telegram community for requesting I cover Dent. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and check that out. I think you'll be happy with just how awesome everybody is there. Now, in regard to the price, Dent has been in a slow downward drain over the past 14 days, consistently making lower lows. However, it's not all doom and gloom, as there does appear to be a major support forming at approximately 0.0077. It has been tested twice in the past 48 hours. Resistance levels at this point is 0.011 and 0.0096. Major support is 0.0077. And now for the technical analysis. For my day traders out there, as you can see on the 15-minute chart, Dent has tested the support level of 0.0077 twice in the past 48 hours. The moving averages are currently working as resistance lines, so if you plan to day trade, be sure to wait for confirmation above either of these two moving averages, preferably both. The RSI is considerably low, which is a positive technical sign for a long position. MACD is also good for a potential momentum shift to a bullish sentiment. The VWAP is also working as a resistance level, so do not take entry until the price holds above the VWAP and the 50-day moving average for at least 30 minutes. For example, if I were to day trade Dent right now, I would first wait for the VWAP and or the 50-day moving average to be tested before taking a position. And when I say tested, I'm referring to approximately 30 to 45 minutes. Just do not be hasty. I'm stressing this because of the overall price movement in the past 2 weeks. Every time the price increases, it sells off almost immediately. This could very well happen again if you do not wait for confirmation. That said, after either of these two lines are tested, I would only add a small position to my total. In other words, I would only go in with a very small amount. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm a huge proponent of making sure that I take entry only after the support and resistance levels are tested a few times. I've been burned far too many times by taking entry without confirmation, so just a quick heads up on that. You might hear me say that a lot. Now back to what I do next. What I would do is once I get the indication of a buy signal, then I would go in about 25%, but only 25%. And the reason why I wouldn't go in just say 50% or higher is because of price action being the way that it is. You'll hear me say this time and time again, do not go all in as a day trader or short-term swing trader. Always wait for confirmation. Just do yourself a favor and adopt this philosophy because crypto is a lot of hype. So again, in this scenario, to find the best entry, I would switch over to the 1-minute chart, maybe the 5-minute chart to find the best entry point using the VWAP. That's the volume weighted average price. It is my absolute best friend. I like to see how it's reacting to the price. So if the VWAP is acting as a support level, after no less than 30 minutes, I would add to my position. Now, if the price rejects and drops below, I would sell my profits for, or maybe even take a potential loss. That's okay. A small loss is fine. Again, I didn't go all in, so I'm not going to take a major loss. The key here is to not go in all immediately, especially in scenarios like this where there's been a constant sell-off. Just trust me on this. You want to be patient. On the inverse, if I happen to be feeling bearish, which is occasional, I don't love shorting, but when I do, and I get the indication the price is going to go down, so say, for example, it goes under the support level here of 0.0077, If the variance is large enough for it to break and stay below, preferably the VWAP and the support level, then I would take a small position and wait for the RSI to indicate if the price is considered overbought. Typically anything under 45 is a good entry point for me. I'd also recommend to see if the MACD is trending downward and losing momentum. If so, I would think that that would be probably a best case scenario, and I would also remember to average down by selling small portions of my total so I can take profits whenever possible, just in case the price corrects itself. For my swing traders out there, the 50-day moving average was tested almost 5 times recently and rejected super hard, only to drop the price even further. So just pay extra special attention to the 50-day moving average because it will likely be tested again soon if the price bounces off the support level of 0.0077. Same could be said for the 100-day moving average, but this likely won't be tested for a few more days. Now looking at the RSI, it's extremely oversold at approximately 30. If you look at the last time the RSI was oversold, it bounced back decently well. This is a positive technical sign, but only if the support level isn't broken. If the support of 0.0077 is broken, it's hard to say what will happen next exactly. The MACD in this situation is still considered bearish momentum, however, it will likely change if the support continues to hold. So here's my plan to swing trade Dent today. For a long position, which I prefer to favor in this instance, I would obviously wait for the support level of 0.0077 to be tested. If it's tested and stays above, I would wait for a minimum of 1 hour. Yes, you heard me correctly, 1 hour. When you swing trade, you must be patient. So, an hour is really not a big deal. Normally I recommend 30 minutes, but when there's lower lows like we see here, I always wait for longer periods to make sure I get confirmation the price is holding above the support. So let's just say, for example, the support holds for 1 hour. I would then switch over to the 1 or 5 minute chart to see how the VWAP is responding to the price action. If the volume weighted average price establishes itself as a support level for another 15 to 30 minutes, then I would take a small entry. Only about 20% though, and only after the VWAP bounces upwards and stays closed above with roughly 2 15-minute green bars. Now, if you're new to the trading channel, when I say 2 15-minute green bars, what I'm referring to is just 2 15-minute candlesticks closing one after the other in green. This is a confirmation that I need to add to my position. Once I get confirmation, I would likely add 30% to my position. The next indicator I would use is to see if the resistance level is being tested. In this case, the first potential resistance level is the 50-day moving average, which I discussed earlier. And you guessed it, before I took a position, I would wait to get confirmation before adding to this position. If I get really good confirmation and it stays above the 50-day moving average for just say 30 more minutes, I would add approximately 20% more and then start taking profits as I get closer to my goal. Bear in mind, I would have set a target a long time before getting into this position because every time you start a trade position, you should have a goal in mind. Me, it's typically 3 to 6% for swing trading because I hold on to it a little bit longer, or 1 to 3% for day trading. If you need me to explain this more in detail, please contact me on Telegram. I have an awesome community there growing, and if I don't answer you, somebody else will. Either way, super thankful for them. But I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you set a target, and if you don't hit your target, get out and take your profits. The key to being a profitable trader is to literally just survive to trade another day. So if you're only growing by half to 1% each day, I'll take that. I would much rather see slow growth than no growth at all and a crazy tumultuous up and down every single day. You don't want to do that. It's not only more stressful, but it doesn't really help you in the big picture. Okay, so consistency is key. Now, if you did find benefit from this content, just go ahead and like and subscribe. And please let me know your thoughts if there's anything else I can do to improve your trading experience. Again, contact me on Instagram, Telegram, or Twitter. Links are in the description below. Also, comment below and let me know what positions you're holding and if there's anything else you want for me to cover. What other currencies do you prefer for me to analyze? Comment below. Let's all go ahead and grow together and learn together and continue to build our wealth. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.